Good afternoon, guys. Craig for Violent Day. It's a beautiful winter's day here. I don't know if that's just dirt on my screen or if that's showing on the video. Excuse me while I wipe the screen. No, it's definitely the screen. Anyway, took the RB20 and all the parts down to Steve Davies at Gemini. Not Gemini Motorsport. Gemini Also Works, I think his name is. He's a old school OG drifter from the UK, and he's taking my S14 and basically building the whole lot from scratch. Let me spin the camera around and I shall show you how I am so far. So it's all stripped, tubbed, ready for the engine to be put in. It's running. Oh, sorry, excuse me, I've done my back and I can hardly bend down. Let me see if I get from there. It's running CS2s, new CS2s on there. There is Team Hang Loose Knuckles, Destroy, lower arms, just some Jap Speed arms on there. And on the back, it's running Geos. So, pretty similar setup, but it is gutted at the moment, so there is nothing in there. There's like 12.5J Viennas on there. It's all been cut about, so it's run it mega low, even to the point where the inside there's some like Pro Street tubbing going down. So I didn't do it personally, and I probably wouldn't have gone that far, but it's my mate Scott started it and he wanted to run it super on the floor, so that's what we've done. All the top parts been trimmed up a little bit as well, so we can obviously run mega low because they're like a 10.5 front. But yeah, it's getting there. Toya's car is also getting there. We're waiting on skirts, rear bumper and spats, but the SSR Courages are now on it. We actually went from Zenki to a 14A front because she wasn't so keen on the 14. So yeah, we're just collecting the parts to build the two cars. As you can see, it's like a parts warehouse in here at the moment, which leads me on to the next car, which is this. This is Charlie's R34 4-door. Let me show you around it a little bit more. So, it come into me and it's the Zeknova UK show car, and it's been, how can I put it? The engine is absolutely incredible. Scouse has done a brilliant job from Carson Performance, but the bodywork on it was pretty bad. I'm not going to lie, I don't quite know why you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 penny rivets holding on a fiberglass door panel. It's just absolutely nuts. There was 13 holding the side skirts on. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 rivets holding the rear quarters on. So anyhow, we are changing it at the moment, and this is the job that I've got in. It's looking a bit of a mess, I'm going to be honest with you, but Charlie spent a lot of money on this car. We've just started the strip down actually for the wrap, so if I can get into it. But yeah, it's got some really nice parts in it. I mean, really nice parts. Keys Racing, what's that? Greddy, is that a Greddy gear knob? I think so, yeah, Greddy. Yeah, so it's pretty blooming nice. As we do a bit more, I'll show you the engine. But yeah, this is the start of the strip down. All of the body panels. The thing is, on these sort of jobs, people don't realise how quick it racks up in cost, because, you know, just in time stripping the car down, you know, I've had to literally drill out every single pop rivet on the skirts, the rear doors, the rear quarters, rust tritium, because whoever done this hadn't done it, and they've just drilled them through, left all the swarf in it, and it's literally just started rotting all the holes. So I've had to rust treat all the holes, seal the holes, all the kit, everything off over in the house, ready to go, because obviously the winter's setting in now and it's getting like -3 at night, so Yeah, I've got another big space heater in the garage, so hopefully that keeps it nice and warm. But the majority of the panels that have come off we can do inside the house, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'll give you some updates as we go. I'm going to try and get a bit of colour on it tonight, if I'm honest with you. I might do the roof, do the bonnet, just see how it looks. Colour should be pretty red. The idea is that we want to go kind of an old school Sexy Nights vibe, so like the flames look a bit like my old S14 was, you know, Zenke. I don't know if you can see that up there. Don't know if you guys remember that, but that was like a gloss black with matte black flames over it, matte black front bumper. But that was pretty cool. So we're going to try and do something like that. And I think the car's going to go like a midnight purple. And then the front bumper and the flames are going to be a very, very shade lighter. So it should be pretty cool. And then we've got about, I don't know, 25 to 30 logos going down it. Yeah, should be pretty cool. Anyway, more progress in a bit. Catch you soon. All right, chickens. You can't help with the build, but you can help with my dinner. Only joking, I wouldn't really eat them. Now, my daughter's like children, there's another two around here somewhere. They come in the house and everything. They're just purely pets that feed us eggs every day, but I probably would eat them. All right, I will give you a sneak preview of the engine because it is pretty red. 2 seconds. What's going on with this camera? It's so dirty, so I can't clean it up. There we go. Right, let's spin you around, you can have a look. Oh! Fancy. Most expensive catch can of all time. Yeah, should be fun. And this is pretty rad as well. Oh! I wouldn't fancy catching my hand on it though when I wash the car, that's for sure. Anyway, more in a bit. So I give it a wash down. Crevices. No matter how much you clean it, there's always dirt on it, so what we do is we clean it down, give it a full alcohol wipe over, then probably like a tack cloth just to make sure there's no bits on it before we do it. We've already give it a clay bar, so yeah, it's should be pretty clean. Maybe I could do like 80s. Doesn't quite work when you're ugly as this. Right, more in a bit. There we go. Right, the way on. Yep, it's open. It's just got an on switch somewhere. Probably. Am I just a retard? Probably. There we go. On. That would help. There we go. We're cooking. Woo! So, the problem with wrap, it will only go down as well as what it's going down to. I don't know if you can see, but this, I don't know who's painted it. Well, you can see it there, look, it's absolutely smothered. Not a lot I can do, I'm not a painter, so you know, you have to work with what you got, I'm afraid. As much as you can clean it and clean it and clean it, without sanding this boot back to bare metal and then starting again, which isn't my job, you know, you're never going to get it smooth, so that will show through the wrap. But the thing is, I mean, it's got quite a busy design going on it. We'll have to just wrap it, see what it looks like. There's stuff going all over the boot, so have to see if it hides it or not. If not, then that's down to the owner, to Charlie, to see if he wants to strip that back to bare and repaint it again, but I'm guessing not. That's usually the way it goes. But yeah, I think it should cover it all right. Same as the roof. See, we've got, this is the colour. It looks black here for some reason, but it's a beautiful midnight purple. Oh yeah, beautiful. Same with the roof, there's like blisters. You can start to see where the lacquer peel's coming. As much as you can rub it down, the problem is as soon as you take the wrap off, you've got areas all over the car which you rub down. So yeah, I don't know, the lesser of two evils really. I mean, I've taken it down a bit, but there's a piece like there, I don't know if you can see that, there and there, but you get it. I mean, underneath this false light, to be honest with you, isn't ideal anyway at night because it picks up every tiny little bit. You know, you take that outside and you wouldn't even see it, no doubt. But nevertheless, it is there. So, yeah. What do you do? Like, you know, you can end up rubbing the whole car down, but it's not in for a paint job, you know, it's in for wrap. So, you kind of got to work with what you got. But anyway, we're cracking on and I'll give you more progress in a bit. Oh my God, look at that colour. Woo! Spicy. Looking good, looking good. Yeah, we have a similar situation with the bonnet. So, although it's super clean, you get like little bits of rusted stone chips. You know, even stuff as like this minute, look, that's rust. Then, you know, you can rub them down, but then you've got, when the wrap comes off, because realistically, you know, 5-6 years, you're going to end up pulling the wrap off. Maybe a little bit longer on this stuff. This is the HX 20,000 range, so it's a good vinyl. But when you do come to take it off after any amount of time, you're going to be left with a car with patches all over it, and then you're looking at a respray. So I don't know what the lesser of two evils is. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot on this bonnet, to be fair. There's a lot of stuff. I'm running my hand over it, and there's a lot of chivs and a lot of bits, but you will see them underneath the vinyl. They'll just look like a little dot, but like I say, I'm hoping, because this has got obviously the flames coming up in the slightly lighter shade of purple than that, you know, it should come around, it should hide most of it, but then you've obviously got branding going up it as well. So, yeah, I think, you know, what we try and do is just carry on, see what it covers, and yeah, should look right at the end of it. If it doesn't, then I'm in trouble. But no, we're getting there. Right, so we've got the boot done. Doesn't actually look too bad considering there was a lot of stuff on it. It's not come out bad. I mean, there is, you can still see it's in there, but you know, from there you won't notice the difference. Obviously I'll put a little bit onto here because the over fenders actually come right up to here. Sorry, let me turn that bloody thing off. I'm shouting. Turn that off, 2 seconds. So that's right, there we go. Sorry, right, now I can hear myself think. Although there is still that speckly in it, you're not going to see it from here. Obviously we've ended it here. Usually I would wrap right the way over, but there's a spoiler which comes right to the edge in here, so we'll just do that in two. Spoiler covers it. But yeah, the colour's absolutely immense, I've got to say. It's looking, it's like a deep Cadbury purple. So yeah, it's starting to look real good. Tomorrow I'm going to do the wings, the doors, and then this pillar here. Obviously I can split that here again because the over fenders, I'm going to bring this down to here, over here somewhere, and then the over fenders will come over it, and we'll wrap round on the over fenders so you won't see any anything. Same as this, I put a little strip in here because the over fenders come up to there, but you will still see a tiny little bit there, so I thought I'd wrap that first, make sure you're not going to see it. Same as all the door handles, the thing covers, completely covers that, so yeah, should look alright when it's done. It's going to be proper leery, like I say, with this colour purple and then the other colour, which the front bumper's a different colour, the front part of the wing is a different colour purple, then that will lead on to the flame job, onto the bonnet, up the roof, up the back, a few on the side, and then there's actually a livery going over the top of that, so it's like a triple whammy. It's pretty intense, but should look amazing when it's done. So, I just love that colour. It's almost like a plum, like a black plum, and then you hit it in certain lights and it just changes. Well, it's like midnight purple, isn't it? It's like a it is literally like an R34 midnight purple colour. So yeah, pretty damn fancy, that's for sure. Right, anyway, that's me done for the evening. I'm pretty cooked now, so haggard. I'm out. Laters. Morning guys, it's day 2. Gonna start cracking on again. I was out early this morning heating up the garage, so I managed to do a door and a wing as well. Still got breakfast following me. Right girls, where's my eggs? Get to it. Anyway, yeah, I'll show you what's been happening. So sexy. So yeah, what we've done is what I said about yesterday. We've started to put edging down the edges. So basically, where the door shuts go, we've got an over fender which is going over this, and it doesn't come quite to the edge. So we're just going to run a few strips down each part. So when obviously the over fender goes on, you don't get that gap. But oh, if I can open the door, show you. There you go. So it's still down all like the inside of the door edge there. But yeah, it's really starting to take shape now. Same with the skirts, we're going to put another strip along there, although the skirts completely cover that bit, we'll get that all done, so you don't see any gaps, any edges. Next bit here, we're going to do this whole section here. I will try and set up a little like slow motion thing, like a stop start thing, so you can get to see a bit of the laying down, and then yeah, hopefully next couple of days it should look a different car. Anyway, in a bit. Trying to get this bloody stop-start thing to work, and it ain't working. I'm useless with the technology. Honestly, I'm so bad with technology, it's unbelievable. Right, anyway, let me have another go and we'll get there in a bit. What I will say is I won't put this video up until the car's done, because this car's got a lot going on it, so this is just a base wrap. And then obviously there's all the flames, the like a ghosted flames going on in the purple. There's the full livery. There's all of the logos, which are like triple layered chrome. So yeah, it's going to be pretty wild. So yeah, lots to do. Not a lot of time to do it now, because I've been ill for a lot of weeks. So yeah, it's not been good, because I've been rough as hell. I'm still not brilliant now, to be honest with you, but while I'm feeling all right. I'll say feeling all right, I put my back out last night, so I'm hobbling around, but yeah, freaking disaster. Yeah, right, let's crack on. We go, so we managed to get it working after all. So there's a little clip, but that's it done. I'll spin the camera around so you can have a look. This colour is absolutely beautiful, I've got to say. I really love this colour, I wouldn't mind that on the 14. But yeah, so what we do is just tuck it up inside that lip so you don't get any show through. We're not actually doing all the door shuts on this one. I think what we're going to do, because the wheels are gunmetal grey, we've got gunmetal grey graphics going over the top, so we're kind of going to match that in, so when the doors, if the doors are ever open, it doesn't look odd with the livery. But yeah, looks pretty good. So all I'm going to do is put a couple of strips down this edge here, and then we're going to wrap the over fenders next. They'll go on, and then yeah, it should be absolutely spot on. What we've done is we've just wrapped that round. I know all this gets covered anyway by the bumper and the lights, but it just means you're not going to see any little edges once them over fenders are on there. So yeah, looking good. Looking real good, actually. Good evening, everybody. It's the next, well, I say the next day, it's not, it's about 5 days after from the last video. I know I look like a floating head at the moment, just in the middle of nowhere, but it's pitch black outside the unit. I'm just about to spin around and show you what I've done. Basically, we had an absolute nightmare. I was complaining about my back in the last video, and yeah, let's just say it went in quite a monumental fashion, and I think I laid on the front room floor from about Friday evening until Sunday evening. So yeah, not much fun this weekend. But hey ho, we are back at it again. Right, let me spin you around and show you what I've got. It's a bit dusty because it's been a few days since it's been sitting in here, but yeah, we are nearly there. We've got to wrap the bottom sill, although it's not being seen. We're going to wrap that for when the side skirt goes up. But yeah, over fenders are done. The wide rear quarters are done. We've still got to wrap the rivets. We've done that on the other side actually. Spoiler's done. So yeah, we are going to wrap every single rivet like this so you don't see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as opposed to 50 billion. So yeah, it's looking real good. Again, wrap that seal. And yeah, then it's on to the livery. So we are winning actually. We've decided on the livery, we're going to go for like I said before, the light purple flames over the top of this. And then over the top of that, we're going to go with a polished chrome livery, which should be absolutely cool, like polished gold chrome actually. So yeah, it should be pretty sick. I've still got to wrap all the inside door shuts and stuff yet. We've only just started on them, but we've got to still do these. I don't think we're doing right the way through actually on this one, but we're going to certainly do all the bits that you see, so when the doors close you don't get any show through. So yeah, it's looking good. Spoiler to do obviously still, but yeah, I thought I'd give you a quick update. So that is it so far. Colour's so freaking cool, I love it. But anyway, more in a bit. Somebody came into the workshop earlier and asked me about these, what we're going to do with these, because they're pretty glossy. I think Charlie's got some carbon fibre, some real carbon fibre ones down there which need gluing on, so we're going to do that next. Drop my car down, as you see a big empty space, drop my car down to Steve to be done. That should be working on at the moment. Then yeah, hopefully get all these fitted up, because we've got the drift day in April, back to Driftland, which is really cool. So we're going up there from, I think 19th and 20th. We've got the days booked at Driftland, and I can't wait. It was the best drift day ever. Driftland, if you haven't been, do it. Like, it's a 7-hour drive from us each way, and it's worth every single minute of driving. It's the best drift day ever. And now they're rebuilding the track. I think they're doing a Banks Oval at the back. It's going to be so sick. I think we're going to book it up twice next year. So yeah, project get the 14 done is the mission, because it seems long. I mean, we're now it's going to be December tomorrow. Jesus, 1st of December is tomorrow. So yeah, it's going to be coming around real quick. So what have I got? I've got 5 months, and that sounds like a long time, but when you've got to put the whole car back together, and obviously not know if bits are missing because it's a bare shell, and I bought it as a bare shell. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a full-on task, I think. So hence, get this one done. Oh, spicy! Look at that colour. It looks proper moody with the lights down. I thought I'd do a quick walk around. Oh man, not joking. I actually think I might do the S14 in this colour. I absolutely love it. This is going to look immense with the livery on. Because when it's dark, it just looks like a real plum mauvey purple. Well, almost black. You hit that light. Oh man. Right, I'm actually going to do the skirts and the bumpers in the house now, and the livery I'll be cutting tomorrow. I'll get a bit of footage while I'm cutting the livery actually, and yeah, we'll see you all tomorrow in a bit. Sorry, excuse my cut off stump. It's like this stump just reminds me of an uncircumcised penis. So yeah, or circumcised penis, so to speak. It got cut off at the joint. So in every video, I always give people the thumbs up, and then I'm like, oh shit, I've actually got my stump in view. So there you go. You've all seen it now. Okay, nothing more to be said. The penis stump. Thank you. Good morning guys, so it's next day, onto the skirts. We've just wrapped this one. As you can see, I'll try and get right around the back of these so they don't lift, so you don't see any of these edges. When they're cut to these edges, they can tend to peel back, so we always try and wrap them underneath if we can. Same as the very bottoms. I've just done this in a matte black just to seal it in. I don't know if you can see it on this light, but there you go. Obviously we wrap around the face edge, which is this edge here, and then we put the black to that, so yeah, should, obviously you never get to see the underneath the skirts anyway, but at least if it's done, it's all sealed then. But yeah, it's all so anyone who's had the task of taking r34 light bezels off, they are a bit of a pain in the arse. The lights themselves, this glue that holds it on, I mean, it's still sticking out. It's like bubble gum. It doesn't want to come off your hands. That is in there, so when you undo these bolts on the back, these here, you have to push the light out, and it is just, honestly, I mean, I know they haven't been out in a while, but it is set solid. One of them had actually already been out. I'd seen someone must have changed the bulb or something, because one of the bits here, one of the tabs was loose and broken, so someone's had them out before, but this one wasn't. This was set in and I could hardly get it out. And then to get the actual backing off, there's these tiny little bolts, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of them. So yeah, they're a bit of a pain, but nevertheless, it's wrapped, looking good. So yeah, looks like paint. That's how it should be. Going in tomorrow. Right guys, catch you later. Right, so that's both tail lights done. If you'd like to move out of the way, Kat, that'd be great. Both tail lights are done. I even done the centres of the lights. I don't know if I like that yet, but we'll see. They look pretty good. I think it'd look good at night with the rings lit up. But worst case scenario, I'll just peel them bits off. But yeah, that's both rear light clusters done and all put back together again, ready to go on the car tomorrow. What do you think, Bethany? Nothing. You miserable bugger. What do you think? Not impressed? Not happy? Alright, no worries. Anyway, I like them. Rear lights are on and in. All looking good. Just one pop rivet holding the side skirt on at the moment. But yeah. Right, so I'm just going to show you a bit of the design process that goes on with making any sort of liveries like this. Let me spin the camera around, give me 2 seconds. So basically any sort of process where it comes to designing, we have all the vehicle outlines on disc. So this is obviously r34, it's not a 4-door, but obviously I'll change the sizes accordingly. This is an idea that I had, but we're not going to run with this. We're going to nick some of the flames out of it. Obviously it's no longer grey, it's now purple, so you can obviously take outlines. There's so much stuff you can do on this program. It's not ideal for designing, it's not like a Photoshop, but it's sizes everything in vector format, so I can bring up, I mean that car for example on screen is 4 meters 610 long, so it gets it very accurate. It just means whatever you're designing will obviously, you know, be cut into the size, exact size that it needs. These are the flames for the bonnet. Like I say, I'm still going to run some of the flames down the side, but they're not going to have any of this stuff on it now. It's going to go like an old school D1 vibe, and we're going to use like a shape like this along them sort of lines in the polished gold chrome. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. Just so you know the process of making this, I'll run you through it. So up here, you've got your shape tools. Like I say, it's a very basic format, but every single livery that you've seen us do here at Violent D is the same. We basically weld it so it's now an editable image. So what you can then do on this, you can edit nodes, you can change the shape of the box, you can put curves into stuff. So say I was going to make a jagged shape, for example, like the ones we've made. you can make whatever shapes you like. This is just, you know, so you've got that as a shape, you know. Now from that you can think, oh okay, I'll bring another bit up here, down here. So if you've got a design in mind, you can literally edit it to the car. So, you know, if you wanted that, just for example, this is just a pure example. So with that, you know, you can transform outline, put a, if say you wanted a 15mm outline around it. Oh, it'd help if it worked. 15mm. That's probably not big enough, but if you do, I'll put a 50mm on it just so you can see. Right, so there's a 50mm outline on that now. Okay. Now, what I've done on this stuff, you see it's hollow. It's all hollow. So basically, how I've done this, I've got shapes like that. I've then basic welded those together, and I've taken the inner colour out, which has left me with that. Now from that, it has now made that, if I do a line, that's made that edit. So all this was completely clear. There's nothing in the middle now. So from this point, if I wanted to run an extra point out here, I'd grab the nodes, I'd put 2 nodes in, and I'd edit a line into it like that, and it now looks like this. So that's basically how all of these shapes here are made, like that. So as you can tell, it's pretty time consuming. It's pretty frustrating sometimes because you might do something that you think, oh, that looks good, that doesn't, then you've got to go back and rechange it. But that's basically how I've done all of this design, is by doing that. You know, and then along with that, there is obviously editable shapes, which I've already saved on here, so you can backfill a section. Say you wanted like a pink, arrange order to back, and then you can weld that through again, take out the excess, and you're left with obviously editable sections, which then you can tint and fade. You can do, you know, if you're going to do like a full printed fade, you can do something like that where you're adding, you know, a fade into the mix. There's just so much that you can do. But yeah, that's basically how we design the liveries. There is obviously files like flame files. I've got tons and tons of different flame files, for example. You know, and if you was to want to do something with that, it's very, very easy to edit. This is the beauty of SignLab, especially for doing liveries. You know, if you wanted that inside that, for example, but not overlapping, say you wanted a blue flame inside it, but not coming anywhere else outside of it. So say you wanted it there, for example. If I hide out all of that, basic weld it, it will then take out, see where the line has gone over it, you can then edit it the outside. So if that's there, has it done that? Sorry, no it hasn't. Let me quickly do that again. Basic weld it, there you go. So if that one's outside the image, you can delete, just giving you a quick insight of how how long it takes to design some of these liveries, especially the more complicated ones. There you go. So you've got your design and you've got a flame inside of the design, you know. So that's basically the process that we go through when designing a livery. Hope that gives you a bit of an insight. Anyway, I'm about to start cutting all this now, and yeah, we will crack on and get the car done. Yeah, so it then gets cut on the plotter and it ends up being like this on one single sheet. You don't have to use a scalpel and weed it, which is obviously just picking out the excess. So as you can just see the faint cut lines, and all we do is start removing the excess, which one-handed isn't obviously ideal because I'm holding the camera in the other, but yeah, you weed it like that. That's the inside, and then you come to the outside edge, which will leave the outside layer like that. So I've got hours and hours of cutting, hours and hours of weeding, but we should have a finished product in the next couple of days. So that is two finished products weeded. Now I've just got to applicate it. But they are the two sweeps which go down either side of the bonnet. Underneath that will be the ghosted purple flames underneath this, so yeah, it should look pretty cool. And then you've obviously got all the sponsor logos going over the top of that. Can't wait to get this fitted. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the car almost put back together. What we've done, see the difference in the front bumper and the wings, that's the colour difference. So it's only very slight, but it should look proper cool. Once that bumper follows up here, because basically the flames are going to come from the bonnet all the way up, all down the side. And that's the colour that the flames are going to be in. So you can see it'll be just a slight shade different to purple. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped to see it. I think it's going to look absolutely great, and I might throw some, I'm thinking about it now, I might throw some matte black flames in as well, because we've got the sponsor logos going matte black, they're now going matte black, gunmetal grey, mirror polished, so yeah, it should be pretty cool. But yeah, there's quite a big difference on the colour of the purple. It doesn't look it, but when you get round to there, you can see the difference between the purple, so yeah, it should look proper wild. We've also tinted the headlights. It's that new Oracle ultralight smoke headlight tint. It's very light. I mean, they almost look like factory, but they're just a shade darker. It takes any of the old misting away from the headlights, so they look fresh. They look super fresh. But yeah, that is going to look absolutely insane when it's done. Yeah, good looking motor that is. Right, spoiler to do, pillar trims to do, back bumper to do, and the full livery's going on today and tomorrow, so we are winning. It's been a long process, it's been a bloody long month, honestly. With the illness and then my back going, it's been a nightmare, but we are on the home stretch, so to say. And then it's on to Toy's 14. So that needs doing next, but yeah, get there. I'm super stoked with the way it's come out, I must admit. That is such a nice colour. I think this is going to be one of the spicy liveries we've done. We're gonna throw quite a bit of vinyl at this today, so should look good. All right, guys. In a bit, I'll probably do another time lapse actually for the fitting the livery, so you can get to see the process, full process. Laters. So this is the start of the flame. We're going to do from a middle point and then work out each side. It's not going to be symmetrical because obviously flames aren't, so we're going to run some up where we think it's going to need be. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get these flames on first, and then I ain't got how much battery, I ain't got a lot of battery left on the phone, so I'll charge it up, and then we'll do a stop-start motion for the side bit of the gold chrome and stuff. So yeah, but that's the first part ready to go down on livery. Many more hours to come. Third day, sorry, I'm losing track of my days. God, I'm tired. Look, I was up till about 1:30 cutting them logos last night. Final day, I should say, on the car. Started to put some of the polished gold on. It's pretty rad. I'm going to try and set this time lapse thing up in a minute to do the side. But yeah, we're on to the last push. So delivery today, logos on. I'm hoping I'm going to finish in time for tomorrow. It's looking tight, to be honest with you, but if I pull an all-nighter, we should be able to do it, because I've still got to wrap rear bumper and rear spoiler as well. I just running out of time. These logos have kicked my arse. There was so many logos to reproduce and make. It's unbelievable. So yeah, I'm a little bit behind, but it's looking Yep, right, in a bit. Got to crack on. So yeah, here's the start of the livery. So I'm going to run some matte black flames in between this as well, so it should look pretty cool. Took the kind of inspiration from like the early D1 stuff. Obviously the Uras kit. The Uras kit is pretty rad on it, and I love Uras. So like, if you look at the early Uras logos and stuff, you know, you've got very angular flames. Also very similar to like when we done Mito's first car. He had a similar sort of thing, but more obviously infield and like loads of different patches everywhere. But yeah, I think that style kind of lends itself to, you know, to D1 looking, early D1 looking cars. But yeah, this is looking absolutely rad. So yeah, super happy with this, how it's coming on. The gold chrome looks incredible on there. So I've got another one of these shapes that is going to be flipped, coming the other side. Should come down onto the skirt a little bit, onto the boot. And then I was going to put the logos on first, because there's a lot of logos going on this. So I'm going to put the logos on first and then see if there's any little areas we can put either some matte black flames, or Charlie was talking about some little chrome stars maybe like dotted around, so that might be pretty cool. But yeah, we'll see how it pans out. So yeah, so this is how I envisioned the back coming up over and then just lipping over the spoiler, because you've got some, obviously you've got some of the flames, the purple flames that come onto the rear light, and then obviously I'll do some more stuff coming onto the boot and that. We've got tons of logos, so that should fill the rest of the spaces. I'm thinking matte black flames might be too much along with all this other stuff, so I'm thinking I might just put the logos on first, see how full it is, and then go from there. But yeah, that's the plan, man. I'm thinking it needs a little bit coming up here, and possibly a little stripe coming down there. And obviously once the back bumper goes on, we'll have a couple of bits coming up there as well, so it should be pretty full on. Just cutting some extra strips to go down the bottom and the top. Then I'll get onto the big Zeknova logos. They're going, same thing, gunmetal grey, polished chrome matte black, but then you've got a chrome red for the Zeknova logo itself, so it should look pretty cool. And in true fashion, the plotter starts to mess up when we're on the last knock-ins. So it's decided to chunk vinyl all the way through the vinyl, so now I've got to see what's going on. Super. So it turns out the end has snapped off the blade, and in true fuckery style, I have not got another spare, so I am now dead in the water. I'm now going to have to make a phone call to Charlie and tell him that it's not going to be ready tomorrow, which is just absolutely typical. Oh dear. Right, it's now evening time. We managed to find another blade. I had one on an old plotter that I had, which was super lucky, otherwise we would have been dead in the water. I haven't cut anything else yet. I've been working on the rear bumper. Anybody who has done any sort of wrapping and especially wrapping stuff like this, it's an absolute nightmare. So what I've done the top section, so I've done a join just through this line here. Obviously you can't see nothing because it's all overlapped and then trimmed in with cutting tape. But yeah, it's looking pretty neat. So we're still wrapped underneath it, everything's matte black underneath, and all inside, all the little bumper cutouts are done, even down to like the number plate recess. That's all looking good. So yep, but yeah, that's going to go on now. He's picking it up tomorrow, so I'm going to put the back bumper on tonight, get the other bits of livery going round the back. I'm going to wrap the spoiler tonight as well, because that still needs doing. God, that car looks naughty. Yeah, going to do the spoiler tonight, get that done, get the back bumper on, and then I'm going to get the other gold on this side, because there's nothing on that side yet. But as soon as that gold goes on, we're pretty much at a level where it's just the logos then. And he's coming about 1:30 tomorrow, so I reckon all of the logos, they're cut. I've still got to cut the Zeknova ones actually, but they're cut, and I reckon they're going to take me probably 3-4 hours to do. So if I get up early, crack on with it, we'll have a finished car. But yeah, get that back bumper done. That took me literally about 3.5 hours, 4 hours to do that bumper. They are a nightmare. So yeah, I'll just try and make them look as neat as possible. But the thing is with wrap, I've said to everyone, wrap will never beat paint. It will never beat paint. You know, paint is always king. But if you're going to do a wrap, you may as well do it properly. So, you know, it looks, I mean, look at that. You wouldn't, you know, when you get up close to it, obviously you'll see that it's not paint, but it's as good as that's going to get with wrap. So, yeah. We don't claim to be the best, but I do certainly try, so. Yeah. Right guys, it's getting extremely late. We are pretty much there now. So if you can see, I've done the mirrors gloss black in the end. I was going to wrap them purple, but there's so much purple in the car, and because obviously all of these pillars here are going black, all the window tints are black, all the frames are black, I just thought they looked really good in black. So yeah, rear spoilers now wrapped, bumpers completely fixed on. God, look at this thing, it's absolutely awesome. And yeah, so all the chrome's on it as well. So yeah, all looking good. So excuse the gut, I'll try and suck in. Yeah. If this thing rolled up on a D1 start line, you wouldn't be surprised, would you? It looks freaking rad. I say once all the sponsor logos go on, that's when it's going to make it. That thing is going to be so cool. Tuft of hair sticking up. Yeah. Anyway, I'm pretty cooked, so I'm going into the night. Just logos before he picks it up. I'm actually going to go, I'll go in there actually, I might lay up the logos, so I might do the triple layer. It's going to save time on the car. Oh shit, I've got to put the front, sorry, I'm not going in yet, I've got to put the front door handles back in. Always something. Yeah. Oh, I love this car. I love this car. So cool. Right guys, so this is the finished product. Charlie's here, just picking it up. One happy man. So yeah, I'll quickly show you around. Obviously reversed side for true D1 fashion. Actually in the video it's going to look like they're normal, but no, they are reversed. Yeah. Oh yeah, looks very, very cool.
I can't believe it.
Job done. We're having a video race off.
Two sexy men in the background.
The ghost flames look insane, man. When you can just catch them in certain lights, they look absolutely awesome.
Really good because they're not like too bright. Do you know what I mean? They're not like. And this is something